is not.
That's not going to be enough for resolution.
It's not. It's not enough for resolution. And they know it. They're just... And, like, you know, we were having this conversation earlier, personally, minus our podcast, but it's always relevant. Our life is relevant. We don't care. We're going to let you know. But nobody wants to touch it with a 6-foot pole. Like, they're all so afraid of touching this thing. They're just like...
Well, even the Texas one, like, it's a little bit more egregious because it's a state's doing a state, and that's part of what the Supreme Court's supposed to be doing. Yeah. So they don't want to be the first body to rule on something. They don't want to be the one that say Biden-Trump because they don't want to be the one that everybody, no matter what, gets mad at. Yeah, well, it's inevitable. Like, I hope these guys eventually watch this and realize for themselves. But the point of the matter is no matter which direction you vote, if it comes to them making a vote, you know, let's just be realistic here. Somebody's going to be mad, bro. Like, it's like when you're sitting at your house and you divided the cookies evenly, but there's one cookie left and there's 4 of you. You can try to split it 4 ways, but someone's going to be mad about it. Yeah, no. Like, it's irrelevant. Someone's always... You can't please everybody. Exactly. It's impossible. So accept the fact that somebody's going to be butthurt. It's just, look at the bigger picture. Like, do you make the people that have been instituting violence and riots and hurting elderly and children and bombing homes, you allow them to not be butthurt because you're afraid they're going to keep being stupid and I'd be more afraid of the people actually bombing people and shit. Personally, I'd be more afraid of all the people that are sitting dormant. And the reason I say that is because you're going to make the decision that they feel is wrong. And they're way more prepared to come at this situation than the people making stupid shit happen. Once you reach the point where your offer is enticing enough that people start joining the party. Yeah, and you know, let's just dig a little bit deeper in this. And I'm sorry, guys, I wanted to take some time and look at this before I even addressed it on the podcast, but let's just get clear here. So as we're gathering this, there is 17 other states that are supporting this. And, like, that could be something. They're trying to join it in some way. Join into it. Now, my question, I wanted to get to this before the podcast, but I'll let you guys maybe let me know down in the comments below. I'll find out after anyway, but I have faith you might know the answer. How many of the states that want to join, I'm just curious, because we're looking at Texas here, because Texas is the make or break of this situation. Let's look back at our Civil War and when our country separated into 2 separate sides. I want to see how many of them, ironically, are the exact same from the last time. It's not the... They're not. Some of them are northern states. Some I know. Southern states. But I want to say, like, the ones that are trying to join, like, off the jump, like, how many of them fall in line with how we separated the first time? You know what I mean? About 2/3. No, I'm just saying, once enough states show up and that divide's inevitable, it's inevitable the party's going to start. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're already looking at 17 out of 50 states. Yeah, so Alabama, Arkansas, Minnesota. All you need is both Dakotas, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Utah. You're only missing 8 states, buddy. If you get 8 more states to show up, that's half. And exactly, you're gonna have civil war, no matter which way you go about it. And, like, I keep trying to stress this to people, like, whether it's everybody as a whole decides they're gonna war and be crazy, I don't believe so. Like, I'll be real. I think it's just the people who have to react depending the situation and their current surroundings at the time depends their actual feed into it. But do I believe, especially inner cities and places like that, that these guys are that stupid that they're going to fight the fight against each other? It's already happening. Portland's setting up another autonomous zone. Yeah. They've been setting up barricades and doing another autonomous zone. The police were sent in to evict this black native indigenous family that have been fighting. The people that own them, I don't know who owns the property. I don't know if it's corporations. I don't know. But they've been trying to evict these people since 2018. And now they're coming in and trying to do it during the pandemic. But because they're trying to do it during the pandemic, the citizens came out and, like, and was, like, throwing the police. And the police were backing up because they were getting violent. And then there's people on Twitter like, see, when white fucking communists get mad or whatever, the people back away trying to, it's crazy. So, like, we're on the verge of a political war, we're on the verge of a race war, we're on the verge of it's constitutional war. The party's about to start. The party's getting started. Yeah, and it's not for nothing, guys, and I hope they're really listening, because let's just be honest here. Do the right thing, make it simple. Take all the evidence, look at it all live, so everybody can make their own assessment on it. So then when you make the ruling and judgment that you need to make based off of the information, there is no question from any party, and I urge you
to speak
I think
with the
Supreme-
Associated Press to not keep it in the dark. I understand everybody has mixed views, but that's why but that's why it's gotten to a court point. It's like, okay,
But
let them look at it and decide.
media do that. It's too late for that. They're already garbage. It's too late. Even if we pass laws, they're going to do it. They're all activist shitbags.
No, I know.
I think the Supreme Court has to take this case.
The reason I say to do it that way, and this is just so that maybe they also hear and listen to what I'm saying. If you want to be able to sit there and have deniability, plausible deniability to your judgment during this entire thing, that's the only way you can earn it.
Well, they don't
by
have
showing it, but that's the thing. This is the only way they can have that to the people, to show their integrity, at least based off of something instead of
But the
nothing
news
they have.
can be sued. They don't have any protections, and they don't care.
No, I agree. I'm just saying it's a moving forward thing. It's looking towards the future.
Well,
Because
they work for the machine.
Well, I understand that, but the machine.
There's no way we
changing.
can stop them from doing what they're going to do. They're going to do what they're going to do all the way to the end of the party.
Of course. I'm just saying to show integrity for yourself as a corporation, person, whatever it is.
We need laws. We got to take away their personhood. Corporations shouldn't have personhood because they're not people; they're organizations.
Of course.
And everybody inside them represents the census of
course.
So and we need better laws so they're not treated so they can't manipulate the government and stuff. Well, we're going to end up being that cyberpunk video game.
But the problem that people are not seeing, it's not really manipulating the government. It's manipulating the people to allow the people into government to be able to be manipulated in the first place.
That's why I think the Supreme Court has to take this case. Now, Thomas and Alito, I'm pretty sure, agree with me because they already said that we should hear this.
Of course.
So now they need, I think they need a majority, so they need 3 more to say yay in order for this to even go before them. And now that more states are Thomas and Alito said yay when it was just Texas. So now that I know they don't want to do that. None of them do. They don't want to be that guy.
Not for nothing. Do your fucking job.
But
we're trying not to swear here, guys. But I can't stress this enough. It is your job to be unbiased and just do your job.
You're supposed to settle these kind of disputes.
Yeah, man up. Stop being a pussy.
I know you don't want to be those guys, but you are those guys.
Or if you're a girl, grow some balls. Fucking step up.
Well, I'm just
gonna throw it out there.
I'm using
so
guys
you all understand.
as a
I'm not being biased.
term
Or if you're the in between, whatever it is that makes sense to you.
You are the supreme justices of these United States. Yeah. This is your job. You don't want to be those guys, but you are those guys.
Yeah. If
you didn't want to be those guys, you shouldn't have accepted the job.
And these are facts, people. We can't sit here.
So do your job, make your determination. If you think Biden's side is more of a threat and you want to choose Biden, choose Biden. If you think it's the other way around and you want to choose Trump, choose Trump. If you want to hold a special election, which is what I think you should do, you need to see this case.
I honestly am going to have to agree with the possibility of a special election, because I think that's, if you really want the masses, and this is just protecting, I guess, the sanity and overall rapport of our country, your best bet is to have another election. Military assisted, because that's the only way you're going to
it's got to be so secure that
well, that's what I'm saying, military assisted.
A flea can't get in that bitch.
At that point, no one's going to come in. If you got them just at the doors, they don't have to be in monitor and shit or nothing like that. But if you got them at the doors doing the right thing, no, your dumb shit ain't happening today. Done. Problem solved. And then you can move forward. Do it accordingly.
All paper
and if
ballots.
It still goes the same way.
All paper ballots, and we should do it like Wisconsin. We should put that plexiglass in the middle, so you got one side and one side, one side and one side, and you're both looking at the same thing. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. How hard would that be? Just make I don't know. We'll say 15. So have 15 in a row, have 4 rows, and then just flood the lines like that. How hard is that?
That's it. I mean,
that seems pretty damn easy.
You can even count the votes as they come in.
Exactly.